we're going to take a look at how we use conjunctions on the SAT. So when the SAT is asking us about some grammar questions, sometimes the grammar questions are actually more writing questions, and that's what we're going to find today. So they're going to ask us different ways that we can join thoughts together, and one of the most common ways that we join two sentences together is using some kind of coordinated conjunction, which we'd oftentimes refer to as being fanboys. And so here they are right here, the fanboys. They kind of spell out that name fanboys by for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Kind of easy stuff. And remember, we're going to use them as a way of sort of joining two full sentences together with a comma with that fanboy. So the SAT is going to give you a short paragraph, and then they're going to ask you, hey, which one of these is actually going to make sense in that little blank they give us. So I have this lovely paragraph that I wrote about Hershey chocolate, and they're going to give us these conjunctions down here of and, but, so, for to kind of fill in this little space here. Now, as I start reading this one to you, I'm going to pause and kind of tell you why this is more of a writing question than a grammar question. So it says, Hershey's chocolate, founded by Milton S. Hershey in 1894, is a hallmark of American confectionery history. Blank, its impact extends beyond. We'll just kind of pause there for a second. So even without going any further, I can kind of see that I have all these conjunctions, and all four of those are fanboys. So all four of those could certainly work with a comma, because all four of those could join two full sentences together, and in fact, they do join two sentences together. My outside sentence says, Hershey's chocolate is a hallmark of American confectionery history, and the second sentence that's right here, its impact extends beyond. All right, so that's why we make sure we see these two sentences. Kind of nifty. And the thing is, all those conjunctions technically are grammatically correct. They all work. That's what I need is a conjunction in between those two sentences with a comma. So it's not a grammar question, it's a writing question. Because what they're saying is, yes, technically all four of those are correct, but one actually makes more sense as a writer of which one you want to use, because of the connotation of each of those four conjunctions. So follow along with me. I'm going to go to this next page. So think about how the word and connotes the idea of an addition, like you're adding something. So let me get this thing to highlight for us. There we go. Whereas but kind of gives us like a contrast or a change in direction. Where so is sort of like a consequence. It's like saying therefore. So, and for is just like using the word because. That's kind of a way of thinking about those words. So even though they're all conjunctions, only one of them actually makes sense. When I get into the sentence, this is where you have to kind of slow down and say, okay, what in the world's going on here? What are they trying to make me think about? And so I'm thinking about really how Hershey's chocolate is a hallmark of American confectionery history. But then it talks about how its impact extends beyond. Like it went beyond just simply America. So it made an impact on the whole world. So therefore, I want to find something that kind of says, hey, you're going in one direction, but I'm going to go in a completely different direction. So you're thinking, hey, it's a hallmark, it's a staple, it's something ground, like it's something that we just say is pure America. But then its impact is actually much bigger than just to be America. And that's why but is the best choice. Because all of a sudden it says, I'm going in a different direction. So when we take on these conjunctions, sometimes there's one that's blatantly right, and other times you have to kind of really think through them and figure out which one really, in its connotation, is the right fit for that particular paragraph. Sometimes it helps to read the whole paragraph. I don't know I didn't this time, but sometimes if you read the whole paragraph, it really hits ultimately what they're trying to say. And even at the very end, it talks about how that Hershey's Kisses were beloved worldwide for their distinctive taste and quality. So all these things that Hershey has made has gone worldwide. And it's sort of what we're coming up with here, the idea that it extends beyond. So take a look at these 8 sentences, finding which conjunction makes the most sense for the connotation of that sentence.